So away we go for the 17th Premier League meeting between these clubs. Falkirk, in fact, have never won. Rangers have been victors on 15 occasions. There's been one draw. But of course, Falkirk knocking Rangers out of the Coca-Cola Cup last month. So Rangers on a bit of a revenge mission here this afternoon against a Falkirk team unbeaten after 6 games this season. So a good solid start by Jim Jeffrey's men. We made a lot of friends a couple of years ago. Despite the fact they were relegated, they went down playing good football, and they continued to do that, and they're back in the top league again. There's the management team. So Brockville absolutely packed, 13,400 the capacity these days, and Brian Rice there, wearing the number 10, brought back into the side this afternoon. Just his second start of the season. Jeffrey thinks he can do a good job in the midfield in this particular fixture. Here's Cadet to put Rangers to the sword in the recent game at Ibrox, and he's a player we'll have to keep a close watch on today. 6 goals he scored in 6 games so far.
Good start by Falkirk, Jerry. You know, they've camped to Rangers Falkirk. There's only a couple of minutes ago, but certainly a promising start from them. Different situation today from their League Cup tie at Ibrox, and I fancy Falkirk could even take something from this game.
This is Craig Moore, who had an impressive game against Hearts. Losing out there. Free kick awarded, quickly taken by Brian Rice. Through to David Weir. Again, the referee steps in, and Falkirk winning a number of free kicks in these early stages. This is Rice. In for Cadet. And that one dipping just over the bar from Eddie May. Well, Eddie May certainly had Andy Gorham in a bit of trouble there as the ball was swung in. Gough appeared to be impeding Cadet, but May sending the shot just over the bar. The former Hibs and Brentford player.
I'm sure when Eddie May sees that on television again, Jerry, he'll know he should have hit the target. Richard Cadet did really well in smothering the ball and laying it back for Eddie May, and he really did shoot. He should have hit the target there. A great opportunity for Falkirk.
Here come Rangers now. That was Hitley's header to Laudrup. He's not going to get a lot of space in this tight Brockville pitch this afternoon. He's going to have to fight for everything. He's surrounded by Falkirk players at the moment, and he wins the free kick.
I think that's something he's going to have to get used to today. I'm sure Falkirk will be well aware of Brian's individual skill, and we won't give him any time at all in which to turn him inside out, and they'll have 2 men on him at any time, I would imagine.
Bully's well forward, using his strength, trying to get through, and Basil Bully scores for Rangers. 6 minutes gone, Rangers take the lead. Well, a real battering ram. Basil Bully forging his way through, battling all the way, and finding the corner of the net. So Basil Bully gets his first competitive goal for Rangers. A man who has been followed by controversy in recent weeks. Falkirk 0, Rangers 1. Well, there's a bit of a problem developing just in front of the main stand. Fans pouring onto the trackside, and the referee, in fact, has stopped the play. So the capacity of Brockville these days, 13,400, and it's been severely tested. I know there have been problems with all ticket matches at various grounds this season, and some fans have managed to get in who shouldn't have. That could well be the case here this afternoon. But the match held up, and of course this happened here in the opening day of the season, where there were huge crowds outside, and there was some problem over tickets, and that match was held up for quite a while as well. And again, it shows you the importance of the Taylor report and the fact that clubs must have all seated stadia, because you wouldn't have this type of situation occurring. Falkirk, of course, having just come back up from the First Division, have some time to put in seats, although their plan is to move to a new ground. The referee is clearly unhappy and immediately called the players into the centre circle. There's George Fulston, the Falkirk chairman, who'll be worried about this situation. The club could now be in trouble with the Scottish League and the SFA. The second time now this has happened this season. So the match is underway again. This is Hateley for Rangers. Now it's Durant. Laudrup's switch now to the left-hand side to see if his luck's any better out there. Long throw from Robertson. Hateley gets a touch. It's away by Weir. Still not properly cleared up. Picked up by Durant. This is Robertson. Oh, what a chance there for Ian Ferguson. A free header at goal. And you can see how annoyed he is with himself. The cross swung in by Robertson. A free header, and he really should have hit the target.
Yeah, he should have hit the target. A great ball in from David Robertson. He's finding himself getting... Every time Rangers on the attack, he can get as forward as any time he wants to. A great ball in. And you've got to think, had it been Mark Hateley, possibly in a goal. But Fergie, he's getting into the box. He's in a supporting area. And that's what a manager will want. He wants his midfield getting into the box for as many opportunities as they can.
Rice through to Eddie May, looking for Cadet. Well, just a little breakdown in communication between those two. That lets Bolly come across. That's Moore to Jury. Moore again. Durant looking for Laudrup. The early cross from Laudrup, and that's well taken by Lamont. Well, Lamont coming in today in the absence of Tony Parks, and certainly taking that one well. An afternoon of pressure for the former Cowdenbeath keeper. He helped Cowdenbeath gain promotion before moving here earlier this year. So it's a long one now from McLaughlin, headed away by Bolly. This is MacDonald. Rice. Cadet. Oh, fine save by Andy Gorham. Well, that was brilliantly knocked down by Eddie May into the path of Richard Cadet, who hit a powerful drive. But again, Gorham showing he's one of these goalkeepers. He never overcommits himself. He stands his ground, and that was a very good save indeed. Great play by Falkirk. Lovely touch by Eddie May into Cadet. He did the right thing, hit the target, but Andy Gorham made a great save. Mackenzie with Durant. Mackenzie does well, forcing the ball through to Clark. It's away by Goff. Durant. There's a little 1-2 with McCall, but he's beaten to it by Clark. It goes Rangers' way again, though. And Richard Goff is being called over for that challenge on Eddie May, and the Rangers captain is being booked. So a second booking for Rangers in the space of a few minutes. Moore first of all for a foul on MacDonald, and now Goff for a foul on Eddie May. Well, McLaughlin stealing into the penalty area there, and Richard Goff it was who headed behind. So there's a bit of height about this Falkirk side, and they will carry a threat at set pieces. And David Weir has taken up station at the near post. There he is climbing for it. Eddie May a bit of a miscue, and Andy Gorham does well. Andy Gorham clawing the ball away. The header going in from David Weir, I think it was. But it's Rangers now on the counter-attack. This is Laudrup. Hateley's in a lot of space on the right-hand side. He plays it left though to Gordon Jury. Hateley's still in space. He's got a lot of it here. It's Hateley! Ferguson comes in. Well, Mark Hateley given an incredible amount of space. Initially he wasn't picked out, then the ball came into the middle. And he had the effort at goal. Gordon Jury eventually spotted him. Just look at the space Hateley has there. It really is poor defending, but then a clash of heads.
Great vision by Gordon Jury to see that Mark was unmarked at the back post. I mean, he couldn't have hit it any better, but Billy Lamont did really well, making the block. It looks as though Ian Ferguson is going to be booked for his late challenge.
Ferguson shown the yellow card. Third booking for Rangers. Oliver taking a hefty knock and in fact being helped from the field. And Jim Jeffries over on the far side, unhappy, talking to the referee there. So Falkirk about to send on Jamie McGowan, former Dundee player who was signed by Simon Stainrod from Morecambe. And he's been playing this season. He now comes into the fray. This is Fulton. Onto the left foot, that's a good effort. Oh, Fulton well outside the penalty area, let fly with the left foot. Got the shot on target.
Great effort by Stevie Fulton. First time that he really hasn't been closed down by the Rangers defence. The first real strike of any problem for a goalkeeper from outside the box.
Coughlin's head up, Cadet sprinting away, Bolly giving chase. That's out for the throw to Falkirk. Again, Cadet looking very lively, but Bolly responding. This is Rice. And the header from McDonald, dipping over the crossbar. Colin McDonald, the former Hibernian player, just the one goal so far this season, and this is his 5th start. His goal came in the 2-2 draw against Aberdeen at Pittodrie. So Falkirk have the throw deep inside Rangers territory. It's Brian Rice. Well, Cadet and Bolly both toppling to the ground in their anxiety to just take up their positions. Shows you how competitive the game is. There in fact goes the half-time whistle. Well, Basil Bolly, the man who put Rangers ahead after 6 minutes, really ramming his way through the Falkirk defence to score his first competitive goal for Rangers. Rangers had other chances, a free header for Ian Ferguson at goal. Haitley also had an effort which was blocked, and at the other end Andy Gorham having a fine save from Richard Cadet. The half-time score here at Brockville: Falkirk 0, Rangers 1. So where we go for the second half, no further changes by either side. Falkirk and Frank McAvenny on the bench. They've already committed Jamie McGowan after the injury to Neil Oliver. Rangers have Duncan Ferguson and Gary Stevens on the bench this afternoon. Well, 2 seasons ago, when Falkirk were in the Premier Division, Rangers took 8 points out of a possible 8 and scored 13 goals for the loss of just 2 in the 4 fixtures. Ali McCoy's got 5 of those goals, and Mark Haitley scored 4. So Haitley, who certainly carried a threat in the first half, you've got to fancy him maybe to do something here in the second 45 minutes. Richard Gough, Alan, keeping a close watch in that first half on Richard Cadet.
Yeah, I think if there's a lesson to be learned from the League Cup match, I think Richard obviously, I think by his own admission, gave Richard Cadet far too much space and time, and today it really has stuck to him like a bit of glue and given Richard no opportunity whatsoever to get him turned. And I think that's been one of the major reasons why Richard, although lively as he has been, has only had 1 opportunity to score today.
John Clark does well. If Jury had got away from him there was a bit of space, and it's Clark again, battling hard with Robertson, who wins it for Rangers. This is Ferguson. Laudrup's calling for it. He's just ahead of McCall. This is Laudrup. Taking on Clark. Another good tackle. Well, he's been very solid in the challenge this afternoon as John Clark. But this time conceding the corner kick as Laudrup threatened. So Gough moves forward to the edge of the area, tries to attack the ball, but that's good handling by Billy Lamont. And Gough charges back to his defensive station.
Good clean take by Billy Lamont there. He said he hasn't played an awful lot with Falkirk. Tony Park's normal goalkeeper for him, but Jim Jeffries will be well pleased with his goalkeeper today.
This is Jury for Rangers. Laudrup stays left. Nice touch by Laudrup, classy touch to Jury. And almost an own goal by David Weir. Well, a bit casual there and knocked the ball against the base of his own post and out for the corner kick. Well, he'll be a relief player there. It was Laudrup with a delightful touch to Jury. Weir seemed under no great pressure, knocked the ball against his own post. But, Falkirk managed to clear the lines from the corner kick. This is Laudrup taking on May, switch of feet. Haitley was in there, and the ball's behind, and it's a goal kick.
Again, great ball in for Brian Rood. You've seen it do already this season, and Mark Haitley almost on the end of it. Big Joe McLaughlin does just enough to put Big Mark off.
This is McCall. Looking for the head of Haitley. Again, he's well policed. This is Eddie May. Forward comes Goff. Laudrup. Cutting inside, a lovely pass through for Jury. It's Gordon Jury. Well, the keeper went to make a challenge. Jury drew up, but again, great play. Look at this pass from Laudrup, taking the defender out of the game. And Jury, well, I think he was thinking about going down, but he thought the better of it. This is Jimmy McGowan. Laid off by McDonald. Down again, sending it through to Fulton. Now it's forward to Cadet. Away by Goff. Floated through, looking for Rice. Again, Durant's back with him. He gets in the cross though. It's away by Goff. He did well there. It's Eddie May sending it in. And Richard Cadet landing on top of Andy Gorham. McLaughlin playing it through. Touch from Eddie May. Breaks away though to McCall. Now it's Jury. It's Jury against Clark. Nice little touch from Laudrup. It's Ferguson. Didn't quite catch that one properly, but again a delightful touch by Laudrup, which created the opening.
Yeah, great touch from Brian. It gives you so many options here. I think everybody thinking he might go for the 1-2 instead of that, laid it into Ian Ferguson's path, who really, Ian can hit the target from there, but screwed it wide.
Cadet with Robertson. McCall's there also. Play on to the referee. Well, it's 3 against 2 here. Haitley's in the middle. Laudrup's on the far side. Ian Ferguson's coming through. Falkirk trying to get players back. Still it's Jury. It's Ian Ferguson, and that's a deflection for the corner. Well, Falkirk really caught there as Jury broke forward. He laid it off to Ian Ferguson. Well, Goff now pushes forward to the edge of the area as the ball's played across. There's Goff going for it. And behind for the corner kick. So it's Durant to take this one. Goff's well forward again. It's, the referee steps in towards the free kick to Falkirk. Bit of barging going on inside the penalty area as the corner was delivered by Durant. Kenzie digs in well. This is Cadet playing it early for Eddie May. Free kick awarded against Ferguson. Well, Ian Ferguson has already been yellow carded. He'll have to be careful. Or can Falkirk make something out of this? They've applied very little pressure to Rangers in the second half. So they've pushed McLaughlin forward. They've pushed Weir into the penalty area also. It's Clark who strikes it. That's a marvellous save by Andy Gorham. Superb reflexes by Gorham as David Weir sent in the shot. Superb save. Volley. Played through by McCall, looking for Laudrup, but Clark's it. It's Clark again intercepting the pass from Boley, which was aimed towards Laudrup. It's McCall in now. The offside flag is up, and really McCall and Laudrup were onside. It was because Gordon Dury was running backwards, and really the new ruling is that Dury was running back towards his own half. McCall is now going to be booked for protesting, and I really do feel sorry for Rangers here. Players should not argue with the referee though, but Gordon Dury was running back towards his own half. He was in an offside position, but he wasn't interfering with play, and I think that's a bad decision by the officials. It is a bad decision. The unfortunate thing is there is no, it's the interpretation of, I think, each individual referee, and an actual positive rule hasn't been made, and neither have to make it that if you are in an offside position, the bottom line is you're offside. And if you're making an attempt to get back onside, which Gordon Dury obviously was there, I think a little bit of maybe common sense has to be taken into it, and that's exactly what the referee didn't do there. And unfortunately, Stuart McCall has been booked for his protest. So on comes Frank McAvenny for his debut. He replaces Colin McDonald, sitting in at the back of the dugout. McDonald's done a lot of good running this afternoon. Here come Falkirk, gets played through towards McAvenny. He'll try to pick out Eddie May. Cadet supports up. It's McAvenny again, who's getting, as you would expect, a warm reception. Tries to curl that one in, but well wide of the target. Pensive looking Jim Jeffries. He has to hope that his team can lift the pace a bit. But that's a good header from Haitley. Dury holds off the challenge. Well, the referee waving away various protests. Well, he's calling over Weir. And he's judged him to be the last defender, and the red card is shown. There didn't seem to be an awful lot in that. I cannot believe that. I cannot believe he's sent off David Weir. He's been absolutely superb for Falkirk this afternoon. Dury, actually, that could well be a foul against Dury. And then toppled to the ground, and that's a very harsh decision. I don't think the referee has had a very good game at all. I don't like criticising officials, but that was a very soft situation. That could be very costly now to Falkirk. Laudrup was over the ball, so too is Haitley. It's Laudrup. That's a magnificent strike by Laudrup. His second goal. His second goal for Rangers. That's 80 minutes gone. He makes it look so simple, striking it with the right foot with plenty of power, placed high above the goalkeeper. But I really do feel Falkirk have a bit of a grievance. It's magnificently struck, there's absolutely no doubt about that. But that surely kills off the game. It's blocked by Durant. Through for Dury. Well, that's a wild one by Fulton on Dury, who Fulton decides to take some retribution, and he's now in trouble with the referee, and that was a crazy moment by the former Celtic player, whose own boot has come off in the challenge, but it really was wild stuff. It certainly was very late, Jerry. I mean, I think that, you know, a cool head has to be kept in times like this, and Falkirk really should be trying to get back into the game, but, you know, that's certainly not the way you're going to do it. Well, what will Mr. Pocock do here? It's another red card. So Falkirk, for the second time in 2 games, lose 2 players through red cards. So Dury is back on his feet. but for the second week running, Falkirk have 2 players red carded, and this will rebound on them seriously in terms of suspensions as the season progresses. Well, Jim Jeffrey is a very unhappy man indeed. This is Mackenzie, takes a return from Rice. It's Cadet. Eddie May. Rice trying to switch the play. Across comes Moore. Now it's Laudrup. Hateley's ahead of him. Laudrup shows tremendous pace there. Still Hateley's in the middle. And it's John Clark who slides in to knock the ball behind for the corner. Tremendous burst of pace by Laudrup.
Great pace for Brian Laudrup here. Takes on the defender. Defender, you know, knows he can't make any contact with him. Unfortunately, just not enough pace on it to get to Mark Hateley. Falkirk get it away.
It's chested down by Moore. Now it's Durant stepping in. This is Ferguson. Out now to McCall. It's Robertson. Robertson trying the shot, and that was a difficult one for the goalkeeper. He must have seen that one a bit late. Not great power in it, but there were players in front of him.
Had a good game, Billy Lamont.
So the final whistle sounds after an afternoon of controversy here at Brockville. And that will be a real talking point in the pubs and clubs tonight. The ordering off of David Weir after he clashed with Gordon Dury. There's a man at the centre of the controversy. And Stuart McCall, who was booked for a bit of back chat, over again speaking to the referee. But certainly some bad decisions, in my opinion, by the match officials this afternoon, and none more than the ordering off of Weir. The free kick could easily have gone against Gordon Dury, but what a magnificent strike from the resulting free kick. The ball brilliantly hit by Laudrup to make it 2-0 to Rangers.